Why is the government looking for excuses to violate the Constitution? Last month, the TSA claimed that it is like a health inspector at a restaurant and thus can look at anyone's body that it wants, as if it were looking for flies on a piece of cheese. It interferes with private enterprise at its most critical juncture, the airlines as they are receiving their passengers, and it tells them who they can put on their planes. It simply refuses to abide the Constitution, even though every employee there has taken an oath to uphold it. And it insists it can keep us safer than the airlines themselves can. Never mind that the TSA has yet to find a single box cutter or weapon or bomb in all of its porn and groping. Never mind that its back scanners cannot detect explosive powder on or under the skin. And never mind that it has terrified young children and folks who have just had surgery. Listen to Cousin Janet. If you don't like what we do, take a bus. Do that, and you'll find the TSA at the bus. The WikiLeaks folks are not real journalists, say members of Congress from both sides of the aisle. That's because the big government party, the one that includes almost all Republicans and almost all Democrats, Congressman Ron Paul and Connie Mack are exceptions, the party that thinks it can write any law and tax any event, the one that recognizes no limits on its power, still believes that we work for the government, and it can tell us what it wants us to know and keep us in the dark about what it doesn't want us to know. A journalist is one who reports, writes, or transmits newsworthy information. That's straight out of Webster's Unabridged Dictionary. It's not news that the government likes. It's not news that is good or bad. It is whatever is newsworthy. And newsworthy means whatever people are interested in. Are people interested in what WikiLeaks has reported? Hundreds of millions of us are. If we define journalists that the government hates and fears as non-journalists, will they lose the protections of the law? Only in the weird Orwellian world of big government, not in a world where the Constitution is abided and rights are guaranteed. And yesterday, we saw many Democrats rip into the president because he favors raising some tax rates, but not all of them. They speak as if our money were theirs, and they can decide how much of it they'll let us keep. They have it backwards. Our earnings belong to us. The Constitution says so. The presumption is that we get to keep what we earn and that the government must leave us alone. Where does the government come off, claiming it can take whatever it wants? If you wouldn't let a thief take your money and give it away, if you wouldn't let your neighbors take your money and give it away, why would you let the government do so? You know what they do with that money? 3/4 of it, 3/4 of what they take from us goes to welfare payments, wealth transfers, or to paying back loans taken out by previous governments. Will this tax and spend madness ever end? Only when folks who love freedom and respect private property get in the government.